Karen threw away my grandpa's cane. She was fined $20,000 and banned from the community. There's no sound quite like the clatter of a cane hitting plastic. Hollow, cold, disrespectful. That sound has echoed in my head ever since Karen flung my grandfather's cane into our curbside bin like it was yard waste, like it wasn't the thing that kept his spine straight after a mining collapse in '67. Like it wasn't the one object he clutched walking across the floor to hug my grandmother every morning. That cane wasn't just wood, it was a part of him. And Karen was about to find out what happens when you disrespect the wrong man in the wrong town. We moved Grandpa in with us last summer. The old place was too far from town, and his hips weren't what they used to be. We had a guest house, small but cozy, with a porch that caught the morning light just right. He liked to sit there with a cup of black coffee and that same cane in his lap, the one he'd carved himself from hickory 50 years back. Cedar Hollow was supposed to be peaceful. Low traffic, no formal HOA, and mostly retirees who minded their business. Then Karen showed up. She moved in 2 houses down, rolled out a welcome mat that said live, laugh, obey, and started handing out laminated community courtesy guidelines by her second week. It wasn't long before she knocked on our door. "I noticed an elderly man sitting outside most mornings," she said, with a syrupy smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Do you mind reminding him that personal medical devices shouldn't be visible from the street? It creates a certain impression." My jaw locked. "His cane?" I asked. "Yes," she said. "It's unsightly. Brings the property value down. Just store it away after he uses it." I laughed. Not because it was funny, because I didn't know what else to do. That's not how it works. He needs it to walk. "Well, I'm just here to help keep our standards high." "There are no standards," I said. "There's no HOA. You made this up." She blinked. And that was the beginning. For weeks, she left violation notes on our porch. One even threatened administrative action if we didn't contain medical clutter. I ignored them. So did Grandpa. Then one Tuesday morning, I came out to water the hedges and found him gripping the porch railing, one foot trembling on the first step. "Where's your cane?" I asked. He looked at me like a man robbed. She took it. My heart sank. I followed his glance to the end of the driveway. And there it was, his cane sticking out of our trash bin like a thrown-away promise. I sprinted. The top was cracked. One of the carved notches, the one he made after his first union win, was chipped. My fist shook. But I didn't yell. I got the footage. Our front camera caught it all. Karen strutted up the drive like she owned it. Reached behind Grandpa as he bent down to grab his paper. Yanked the cane from where it leaned on the bench, walked to the curb, and tossed it. Just like that. That night, I posted the video online. Not for likes, not for rage clicks, just so people could see what self-righteous cruelty looks like, what fake authority does when unchecked, what it means to violate someone not with fists but with disrespect. The response overwhelming. Veterans groups shared it. Local news picked it up. The mayor's office called. So did the Office of Civil Rights. And suddenly, Karen wasn't the standards enforcer anymore. She was the woman who threw away a disabled man's mobility aid. Turns out, this wasn't her first offense. She had a long history of enforcing made-up rules. At her last address, she fined a diabetic teen for improper storage of medical waste. It was an insulin pen in a Sharps container. Before that, she had someone's emotional support dog removed from a community pool area under false claims. But no one had proof until now. With legal aid, we filed charges: destruction of essential medical property, unlawful harassment of a vulnerable adult, trespassing with intent to intimidate. The judge didn't blink. Karen was ordered to pay $20,000 in damages, attend court-mandated sensitivity training, and most satisfying of all, was issued a municipal restraining order banning her from any community leadership or committee for 10 years. Her courtesy guidelines declared legally fraudulent, her fines unenforceable, her smug attitude gone. A week later, The neighborhood held a front lawn coffee morning in Grandpa's honor. Neighbors we'd barely spoken to came forward with their own stories, quiet moments of feeling ashamed, policed, diminished. Someone gave Grandpa a new cane, carved by hand, inscribed to the man who stood tall even when seated. Karen put her house up for sale 2 months later. We didn't throw her a going-away party, but we did vote unanimously to ban any future self-appointed authority roles in the neighborhood. Grandpa still sits on that porch every morning. Same coffee, same quiet strength. Only now, he gets a wave or a nod from nearly everyone who passes, and his cane, it's no longer just wood, it's a symbol. So let me ask you, what does it say about a community when kindness gets policed and cruelty gets power? What would you do if someone tossed your grandfather's dignity in the trash? Let's talk about respect. Let's talk about boundaries. Let's talk about why people like Karen must never be allowed to define community again.